This content is recreated to fit YouTube's policies, fair use, and licensed content. Are you ready? Welcome back to another episode of With Media TV. I'm your host, With Media Mickey, aka Mickey Made It. If you're new to the channel, you know what to do to the channel. Subscribe right now. Join the Five Tribe. And if you feel generous and want to leave me a tip for my extra hard work and my editing skills, I'll leave the Cash App link down below. Okay, today's episode, I cover Menace to Society. See, Kane Lawson and his best friend Kevin O-Dog Anderson enter a liquor store to buy some malt liquor, where a Korean cashier and his wife rush them to pay for their drinks and leave, suspecting that they might be trying to steal something. After they purchase, the cashier insults and provokes O-Dog by saying, "I feel sorry for your mother." Consequently, O-Dog argues with him, fatally shoots both the cashier and his wife, takes the surveillance tape, robs the clerk's wallet and the cash register, and flees with Kane. Now in the voiceover, Kane reveals that his father Tat, a drug dealer, was killed in a drug deal gone wrong when Kane was 10, and his mother Karen, a heroin addict, died of a drug overdose. This led to his grandparents raising him in the crime-ridden Jordan Downs housing projects. Now O-Dog flaunts the surveillance tape to his admiring friends, greatly annoying Kane. Later, Kane and his cousin Harold are carjacked en route for a party, with Kane being wounded and Harold being murdered. After learning the carjackers' whereabouts, Kane and O-Dog and their friend AWAX and OG hunt them down and kill them, avenging Harold's death. See, Kane and O-Dog attempt to steal a car and are subsequently caught and bitten by a police dog. The two men get arrested after a failed car theft attempt. Kane's fingerprints match those taken from a beer bottle he dropped in the liquor store on the night of the murders. And though he's interrogated by a detective who tricks him by changing the times to confuse him, he soon walks free, nonetheless, as the police fail to link him. Kane's friends, Stacy and Sharif, try to convince him to accompany them to Kansas, and both his grandfather and Sharif's father warn him that he will either end up dead or in prison unless he changes his ways. Kane nevertheless ignores all advice. After buying a Ford Mustang from a chop shop, Kane carjacks another young black man for his gold Dayton wire wheels and his jewelry, subsequently orders some double cheeseburgers at the fast food restaurant, then purchases a large quantity of cocaine, planning to sell it as crack. Kane also meets a local girl named Alina and eventually has sex with her. While driving one night, he and Sharif are pulled over and beaten by cops. The two are dumped in a Hispanic neighborhood, but the Hispanic gang members surprisingly take them to the hospital rather than beat them further as feared. Now during his hospitalization, Kane's friend Ronnie invites him to accompany her to Atlanta, where she has found a job. Initially hesitant, he ultimately agrees. Now at a party, Chauncey, a confederate of Kane in an insurance scam, drunkenly moves sexually towards Ronnie. Kane rescues her and starts pistol whipping Chauncey. Alina calls Kane and then tells him that she's pregnant, but he then denies the paternity and drops her. Chauncey retaliates by sending a copy of the surveillance tape to the police, who begin hunting Kane and O-Dog, now wanted for the liquor store crimes. Doc, Kane, and O-Dog's friend alerts O-Dog and others of Chauncey's actions, forcing O-Dog and Kane to hide out at Ronnie's and other friends' houses. O-Dog vows to murder Chauncey if the police don't catch him first. Meanwhile, Kane brutally stomps Alina's cousin when he confronts Kane outside his grandparents' house about the pregnancy. After witnessing the stomping, Kane's grandparents decide that it's best for him not to live with them anymore, despite the pleas to stay until he moves to Atlanta. Meanwhile, Alina's cousin gathers his friends to get revenge on Kane. Now as Kane and Ronnie are preparing to leave for Atlanta, Alina's cousin and his friends drive by Ronnie's house and engage in a drive-by shootout. Sharif is killed instantly while Kane is fatally wounded trying to protect Ronnie's son. Anthony, Stacy, and Ronnie come running out of the house screaming for help. O-Dog retaliates at the attackers and is unharmed, and Stacy tells him to get help as Kane slowly dies. He recalls his grandfather asking him if he cares whether he lives or dies, and he then realizes in his dying moment that he does. Menace to Society. Okay, Vibe Tribe, I picked this movie specifically because it has a lot to do with what's going on today in today's society. Life lessons from Menace to Society. I'll sum it up like this. Stop blaming your ignorance on your environment. And parents, start raising your kids the right way, not money driven for a short, meaningless life. Wake up and smell the reality. Win the war within, then you can conquer the war outside. Until next time, Mickey made it.